Hello, welcome to Yoga with Brenda. My name is Brenda and today we're going to be practicing long holds, which are very characteristic from Yin Yoga classes, and we're going to be focusing on lower body. So to help you with your long holds, we're going to be needing one block and the bolster. You can always adjust it with a thick book or anything to help you support, and a comfortable pillow. So have your props ready and I'll see you on the mat. So we're gonna go for a butterfly position. And in our butterfly for Yin class, we bring the feet slightly away from the groins. It's more like a diamond shape. We're going to bring the block between your feet. You might need 2 blocks or maybe 1 on a lower setting, that's okay. Just gonna start rounding the back a little bit and bringing your forehead or the top of the head to rest on your block. So you will notice the longer you hold the pose, the more your body will open up. In Yin, we take things slow and gentle. And when you get first into the pose, you might feel like your body has reached a limit. But you will also feel that after quite a few breaths, your body is inviting you to the next level of openness. So allow your body to follow its own rhythm without pressuring, forcing, or rushing it. Now I'm gonna lower my block a little bit because my body has reached that point. Observe the sensations on the outer hip. Simply awareness. No labels, no frustrations. Just simply notice without getting attached to the story behind those emotions. Keep focusing on your breath and the sensations in your body. We're going to slowly bring the chest up to an upright position. We're going to go into our Swan Pose. You might know it as a pigeon. Okay, so let's just gonna start bending your right leg and extending the left one backwards. We're gonna use the bolster. Bring your bolster or your pillow in front of your right knee. Square your hips and fold over your bolster. And commit to stillness. Just look towards the right side. So yin classes are like an introduction for meditation. It is like a meditation. To still the mind, breath needs to be still. I once read that to still your mind, your breath needs to be still. I once read that to still the mind, breath must be calm. And to calm your breath, the body needs to be still. And when these three things work together, a deep connection and level of awareness can happen. This is a very peaceful practice. But remember, if you feel slightly uncomfortable, keep holding the pose. Avoid the temptation to move around, but work with your stillness. And feel free to close your eyes. Closing your eyes can help you disconnect from the visuals and find more stillness. Just gonna get out of the pose very gently. Shift the weight towards your right hip and bring your left leg forward. So we're gonna go for our square pose. We're gonna bring one shin on top of your shin. These might feel quite intense, so you can always use a block to support you. So we're gonna bring shin on top of shin with your toes pointing forward. This is outer hip and it's gonna go deep. Because we are gonna hold the position long, feel free to use a block to support your floating knee, in this case your left one, and just start folding forward. Again, we're trying to soften up and relax. So you might feel that you start with one block and then you move from a lower setting and then no block. If this is definitely too much, just go for a cross-leg position. Because remember, you are your own teacher, so I cannot know how you feel. Only you know. So honor your body and don't push it, because this is not a competition. We just want to embrace the sensations, regardless of how far or not far you go. You might also want to use your bolster in front of your shin to help you go a little bit deeper. Yin is a great bridge into meditation. It really teaches us patience. Yang practices have it's a different approach, and it has many different benefits. But sometimes we move so fast between the poses that our body has little time to adjust and to reap the benefits. Whilst in Yin, we learn to go deep into the layer of the muscle, so we don't stay on the surface, but we unblock whatever goes underneath the surface. Keep the connection to your breath. In and out, slow and deep. Observe the sensations. How is your left hip compared to the right one? The outer hip. Notice the space. Very slowly get out of the pose, lifting the chest up. We're gonna go towards the other side for our swan, bending your left leg and bringing your right one backwards. So again, we're gonna bring the bolster in front of your left knee. So because in the previous time we were looking towards the right side, now we will be looking towards the left one. So start walking forward and bring your torso to your support. If you prefer to stay on your forearm, stay on your forearm, whatever is more comfortable for you. Once you're down, just look towards your left side. Resting on the right side of your face. These long holds that we do in yoga is teaching us patience. It's teaching us to let go of anything and everything. Exploring our internal practice. Observing what is actually going on, not just in the body, but also in our mind. Be aware of the changes in your body, between the left side and the right one. What sensations do you feel? Being aware of these sensations, but without the judgment. Let's gonna start to lift up. Shift the weight towards your left hip and bring your right one forward. So we go into a square shape with the other leg. So this means your right shin on top of the left one. And again, we want to keep heel on top of knee, knee on top of heel, with your toes pointing forward. You might notice at the beginning that your right knee is floating. So same as before, use a block to support it. You might notice that maybe in one leg you need to go higher and in this one lower. That's okay, it's part of the observation that we're practicing in Yin. So just notice the difference, and without pushing it, just embrace the sensations and just let your body be. Let your body to take its own time to open up to a pose. Poses are meant to be therapeutical. They are not really about how deep you fall, because it's not about that. It's about the benefits. It's about how it feels. It's not a competition, so just let it be. Let it take its own rhythm, its own time. And as I was saying at the beginning of the practice, your first edge is not the last one. So your first limit might be using one block, and after a few breaths, your body is inviting you to find the next edge. But if you don't allow your body to find its own speed, you might risk an injury. So just take your time. Much of the benefit will come from slight discomfort. But despite your mind pleading to leave or move, stay. It's also part of the practice. Calm your breath, soft and gentle. Once the breath has become quiet, deepest stillness arises. Let's just gonna bring our chest up very gently, release the leg. And we're gonna get ready for Shavasana. For our Shavasana, we're gonna use a bolster under your knees. So bring the bolster across the mat, just literally to support your knees. Just bring your torso down to the ground. find a comfortable position. So maybe you want to wiggle a little bit your torso or your hips. Relax your hands on each side of the body, palm facing up. Just close your eyes. We're going to take 3 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, side out, in, out, in, out. Feel free to stay here for as long as it serves you. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.